think it was 1949, maybe 1959. There's a 9 in it. Denis de Rougemont wrote a book called L'amour et l'Occident, Love in the Western World. And then 40 years later, Robert Johnson wrote We, the Psychology of Romantic Love. And there's two things that we can take away from this, understanding that what we consider to be romantic love is essentially a myth, a fable, a story. The first is that it comes from the knight in shining armor and transmutes into like saving or protecting the damsel in distress. And there's a certain eroticism to that hierarchical relationship. And then the second thing is that we feel unwhole in some ways. And the missing part of us exists in the form of a soulmate. That's an integral part of the myth of romantic love, that we do have a soulmate out there. And when we find that person, we'll be whole. And, it's best evinced by that line in the elevator from Jerry Maguire. I think Tom Cruise says, "You complete me," which means that he's screwed because she's not always going to be around, right? So we have to transcend this myth of romantic love and understand that today we have to show up whole in ourselves before we can be in relationships, rather than looking for somebody objectifying them as the missing part of us.